3, 2, 1.
It's the Puff and Steph podcast.
We are back for another week of the fun, Puff and Steph. And I know, Steph, like, if you're watching this, everyone, and Steph seems antsy, it's because we're actually recording this on Sunday, and she's about to leave to go to the beach with her family, and she did not want to do this, and I'm making her do it last second. I'm like, no, you can't leave until you get this recorded. So if
You're on a tight ship.
If Steph seems antsy, it's because she doesn't want to be here. But I do. I want to be here with you guys, even if Steph doesn't.
But I do have to say the worst part of going on vacation is leaving the babies behind.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. I mean, is this a beach? You said you're renting a house. Can you not bring dogs?
No, there's a sign on the refrigerator that says no dogs allowed.
Well,
How awful is that?
I mean, and you still gave these people your money?
I know. Well, everything else about the house was nice, but honestly, I think I could sneak Zoe in, and they'd probably never even know. She's so low maintenance; they'd never know. Just look at her.
Doesn't she throw up a lot?
I mean, yeah, she has a sensitive stomach, but usually it's clear.
They let you. They're like, hey, did you have a dog in there? Because we think we found a throw up stain. It was me. I threw up. I threw up. I have a weird stomach. I couldn't make it.
That was me.
You'll bite the bullet. You'll bite the bullet for Zoe. I'm just I think it's kind of messed up that you're willing to throw away your morals and ethics for a nice beach house.
I know. I mean, luckily my brother's able to take care of the doggos for the week, but it is hard being away from them. I get really sad. Sometimes I go to the grocery store and I get sad because I miss them.
Wow.
Does anybody else ever feel like that? You know,
there's certain things I love the fact that you're an open book, but there's certain things you can keep close to the chest. It's cool.
Not say out loud.
Yeah, there's certain things you don't have to let people know.
I'll keep that in mind for next time.
Hi, Zoe. Thank you for shoving her right in the camera. Are you still using Snapchat?
I do. I don't send a lot of stuff, but I do use it regularly.
Researchers from Michigan State University have found that the greater a person's social media addiction is, the more that person desires to be cruel and callous online. The team did a study published in the Journal of Addictive Behavior Reports comparing the problematic use of Facebook and Snapchat. They surveyed 472 college-aged young adults, measuring the amount of time they spend on the two platforms and how many times they've tried to quit. One thing they found was a correlation between overusing Facebook and Snapchat and a desire to be mean to other people.
What? A desire? Who says that? I have a desire to be mean. That's just sick.
They found the more addicted one is to Facebook and Snapchat, the more they enjoy being cruel and posting negative things.
That's true about Facebook. I can't do Facebook anymore with all the negativity.
Honestly, I enjoy Facebook. I know that's going to seem weird because some people are like, Facebook is evil and mean and stupid and why are you on it? I enjoy it because I enjoy having conversations with people as long as they're civil. And obviously we need Facebook for the business, for the podcast.
Yeah.
We use it. I mean, the majority of people absorb our content through Facebook. So we need Facebook. Oh, yeah. And I don't mind Facebook. I don't know if it necessarily makes me a meaner person. I want to believe it doesn't.
Does it give you does it make you have a desire to be mean?
I think this is going to sound like I'm skirting the answer to that, but I think it's your definition of mean. Because someone will post something so ridiculously stupid and think that it's smart and think that it's gospel and think that it's proving their point, that all I want to do is tear them apart and be like, here are the 18 reasons why what you just posted is the stupidest thing I've ever read. Right?
Right.
But I don't. I find myself biting my tongue more because I don't want to start a conversation off on a foot like that, on a note like that. I'd rather, but now it's one of those things where even if you disagree with someone, they think you're being mean. That's the problem. Now, if you post something stupid and I'm like, Steph, here are the reasons why you're the stupidest person I've ever met in my entire life. Oh my God. Right. And I just go at you and I'm very confrontational. That's one thing, but you could call me mean, I suppose there. But if I were to say, Steph, I think you misunderstand the point of this particular subject. Try to look at these things. You're going to sit there and be like, don't you dare attack me. Just because we think differently doesn't make me a bad person. Like, I didn't say you were. But that's what people do. They take your disagreement as attacking.
Right, a lot of people do. And it's like, if you can't handle like a conversation, then just don't post about it at all, you know?
Mm-hmm. Or like these, I like the people that post something completely outlandish and they go, by the way, if you comment, I'm not commenting back. I don't want to talk about this. If you don't, if you think differently, then feel free to unfriend me. Like, oh, that's mature.
Right, a lot of people say that.
That's mature. I didn't even want to hear it if you don't think exactly the way I think. Yep. Wow, okay. You must have never been spanked as a kid. You probably got a bunch of participation trophies. You know what? You get a gold star just for having an opinion. That's it. I don't care if your opinion is right or wrong. You just say anything you want. No one will ever challenge you. Ever. Ever.
That would make it easier for them, right?
It almost looks like Zoe's the biggest dog in the history of dogs right now.
It does make her look big. She's getting really close to the camera.
She looks like, I don't know if you've ever seen what a Tibetan Mastiff looks like. She looks like a giant white Tibetan Mastiff right now. Just like, I don't know. You have to watch this episode. If you're listening to it, take 5 seconds and go check out the Facebook page or the YouTube channel and just watch what I'm looking at right now. And it looks like Steph is being held captive by the world's largest dog.
Yep.
So remember how we do a lot of these what would you do scenarios where what would you do if you found $1 million? What would you do if your rich uncle that you didn't even know about died and all of a sudden you have actually that would be different because that's legal. It's more or less like if you illegally come in contact with money. Well, this is what's going to happen. In Argentina, 2 men who had robbed $5 million from a bank were arrested after they got jobs as construction workers and then started spending the money. They were turned in by suspicious locals who said they'd never seen such rich construction workers in their lives. This is what I talk about every time we say, what would you do if you found a giant duffel bag full of money, right? I say there's no way you can get away with it unless you continue to do everything the same and you just have a giant bag or box or whatever full of money underneath your bed. Right?
Because otherwise people get suspicious.
Right. Steph, when you and I were working at the radio station, we were not making a lot of money. So if you and I drove up to the radio station in brand new Lamborghinis, people would be like, you work in radio? That's not possible.
Yep. They would be on to us.
Yeah. So you have to be smart. You can't steal this money or find this money, keep it, and then start living a lavish lifestyle. It doesn't make sense. These guys started out with the right idea. They had $5 million they stole from a bank. They said, hey, we got to lay low. So what's better to lay low than to get a normal, average, regular job? So they turned around and they got jobs as construction workers. The problem is they show up to the construction site with vehicles that they have no business owning as construction workers.
See, at first I was gonna say, why would they get a job in construction if they have all this money? But what you said makes sense. Maybe they were trying to make everything seem normal.
Right. Maybe they worked those jobs for a couple years. And then they just kind of disappear into obscurity with all their money.
Right, slowly fizzle away.
I could live comfortably the rest of my life on $5 million. I don't have to.
I think I could.
It would be very close to the way I'm living now, which is fine, right? But I wouldn't be working. I would be sitting around playing video games. That's all.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. Playing video games all the time? True that. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, we kick off the week with Misconnection Monday.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
We do it every single Monday. Steph and I scour the pages of Craigslist to help Central Pennsylvania find love or let them know that there's somebody watching them. Misconnection Monday begins right now. What you got, Steph?
All right, this one is actually we don't get any of these. This happened on an airplane. Apparently they were heading to Tampa. And it happened on July 19th. We got a specific date. Beautiful young woman, you sat in the third row on the right side of the plane. I was in the first row on the left side. Tell me what seat I was sitting in. Also, tell me what I did to help you after we got off the plane. I would love to talk to you and maybe grab a bite to eat. So I don't think we've really had one like this before, trying to find love on a plane, because you don't know where that person is from. They might be from Tampa flying back home. So you're really kind of taking a shot in the dark that it's anything that could work out. Interesting.
Yeah. It could be a match made in the skies. Who knows?
Aww.
Or it's just another guy trying, being creepy.
Probably.
Let's try this one. You were sitting in the waiting room of a dentist office. You were looking at me every time I turned around. As I walked out, I stared at you, nodding. I smiled and I said hello.
Ew. Ew.
And here it is again. What color was my mask? And what was I driving?
He's probably not going to remember either of those things because you sound like a creep. I smiled at you and nodded like, oh, yeah.
Here's my question. If you had a mask on, does she know you smiled?
That's true. Just realize that you can't see a smile through a mask. It doesn't mean anything.
No, it really doesn't.
I mean, sometimes you can tell with people's eyes, but for the most part, you don't know what their facial expression is. All right, this one's called Hot Worker at Sharp Shopper. Hi, I really doubt that you get this, but I hope you do. I was in Sharp Shopper in Middletown this morning. You were working the bread. I never saw you before in there. I would have remembered that great butt. I was long blonde hair cut in the aisle around 9:30. You were blonde and cute from what I could tell. I'd really like to talk to you. You were working in bread. You were working the bread.
I don't know what that means. What do you mean she's working the bread? Was she there massaging the bread? Yes.
Right.
You're a good loaf. Okay, put you back. Ooh, hamburger buns. Okay, I'll put you back.
Right.
And now we get to my favorite section, the potato rolls. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what working the bread is, but hey, smart shopper got a woman with a nice butt working bread. So good for you,
apparently.
Good for you, lady. 3rd Street runner. You were a dude running west on 3rd Street Tuesday around 11 a.m. You were wearing very tight black running pants and hardly anything else. I was the person who drove by multiple times to get a better look.
Oh my gosh, just admitting it. Just throwing it out there.
It was great watching you run. Would love to see you run some more. Tell me what color cap and shoes you had on. Okay, so I don't know if this is a dude checking out another dude or a woman. This person doesn't say.
Right.
But it doesn't make it less creepy that this person decided to either A, pull a Yui and drive around a couple times, or just keep driving around the block to watch this person run. Do you not have anything else to do with your time?
That's what I was gonna say. Like, how did that person? How good looking does a person have to be for you to take time out of your day to do that?
You know, a lot of people are saying that this downtime, where people are out of work, is actually a good thing for a lot of people, because a lot of people are getting unemployment and they're getting that extra federal government unemployment. It's giving a lot of people an opportunity to maybe dive into a hobby they've been wanting to try for years but never had the time for, or give people a chance to try out a passion of theirs on more of a full-time basis rather than just a part-time hobby. And then there's this person who has all the time in the world to circle the block to check out some dude in black tights running down the street.
You got too much free time. I can't even imagine how good looking someone would have to be for me to take time out of my day to do that.
I don't see myself ever. And guys are way more visual than girls. So
right.
you would think that this would be a dude looking at a dude. But it might be a woman. But if I was a betting man, I'd say this was a dude.
I would imagine.
I could see guys doing this for a good-looking woman or a guy that they're into, whatever. But I don't see myself included in that pool, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't.
You wouldn't actually do it.
I see dudes doing this, but I don't see me doing this. I've seen good-looking women running on the side of the road, and I drive by them. I mean, I notice. I'm a guy. I have eyeballs. Yeah, and things when you run, things move, right? So I see I see this. Never has the thought even crossed my mind to turn around or drive around the block and watch it again.
The only reason I could see turning around is if you're going to go talk to her. Like, oh, I should go try to get her number. But if you're just going to keep driving by to look, that's a whole nother level of creepy.
And good luck getting a girl's number when she's jogging.
Sure, yeah, I'm not encouraging that you should do that because girls don't want that.
Like,
but
you go running outside. If a guy pulled up next to you and asked for your number, do you ever see yourself giving it up?
To be completely honest, it's going to sound shallow, but it probably depends on what he looks like, but
yeah.
Probably not.
So yeah, if he's cute, yes. Okay, well, you know what? You're honest. You're nothing but honest, Steph. I always say it. You're an honest person. Okay, well, there's your Misconnection Monday. I feel so bad for this girl. Her name's Sam Lee. She's a junior at the University of Georgia. She was taking an online exam for her economics class. And for some reason, she decided that while she took this exam, and this is where we are, because you can multitask. You can now go to class or go to a meeting without pants on. You know what I mean? Like, there's just
right.
It's where we are right now. But she was taking an economics exam online while eating a meatball sub.
Aw, okay.
She hadn't yet finished the test when a meatball fell out of the sub onto her keyboard, hitting an escape button and closing the entire browser.
No, not the meatball.
According to a photo of the test results, she received a 39% on the meatball shortened exam.
The meatball shortened exam. That poor girl. She lost to meatball and got a bad score on her test.
She
I
panicked.
feel so sad.
She wrote a long email explaining how a meatball had tragically fallen onto her keyboard, causing the test to submit itself. She admitted a falling meatball is no excuse for the failing grade on the exam. She asked her professor if she could retake the test. Her professor agreed to extend the test deadline until midnight that night for her to retake it, and recommended she take the test either before or after dinner. That's fun.
Right. Don't eat while you're doing it. That's so great.
Because it's not like she got a bunch of stuff wrong to get that 39%. She submitted an incomplete test. So her professor can look back and go, oh, this kind of makes sense. The story's funny. I don't think she made it up because she was, But if you're being skeptical, which I tend to be sometimes, what's to stop her from looking through the test, realizing she's woefully unprepared to take this test based on the questions she has ahead of her,
right,
making up this meatball story, researching what she needs to research for the test, and then all of a sudden she's more prepared the next time around.
And she gets to retake it. Honestly, if she went to that much trouble and came up with the whole meatball story, I give her props, and I think she gets to retake the test either way. Good for her. I love it.
So Steph says, as long as you're creative, go ahead and lie. Cool.
No, that's not what I meant.
That's what you said.
That's
what you said. You said that if she went through, the process of coming up with such an elaborate lie, then I guess she, and I'm using your words, deserves to be able to retake the test. So people listening, future boyfriends of Steph, whatever, as long as you come up with a creative lie, your lie is okay.
No, I just give her props. I just think it's a funny story. That's all.
No,
I don't condone lying.
No, don't get me wrong. I don't necessarily think she's lying. I'm just saying that this could very well be a lie.
It could be, but kudos to her because it's a good story.
Right,
honestly.
kudos to her. Promoting lying. Steph, good job. Continue. Yeah.
That's not what I meant.
Continue to dig that hole.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part, it's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Okay, what do you think couples, we just talked about lying, kind of. What do you think couples lie to each other about, if you had to take a guess?
Money, definitely.
Yeah. A survey reveals this is crazy, 80% of married respondents lie to their partners about what they spend money on. And it's not like, and it's not necessarily like they're spending money on dates with other people, or they're spending money on hotel rooms, or cheating, or anything like that. Just their spending in general. The survey found most people lied about, what do you think?
Wait, something that has to do
it's
with
money.
money?
What are they spending their money on? What do you think?
It's like secret shopping trips, probably.
Clothing.
And clothes. Yeah.
Clothing and accessories is the first thing people are lying about. How much money? And it's as simple as like, hey, babe, is that a new dress? Number one, you don't think a guy's ever going to recognize. And the good ones do. They go, hey, is that a new dress? Oh, yeah. And then for whatever reason, the woman goes, it was like $25. Crazy good deal, right? Meanwhile, it was like $200.
Right. It was on sale. That would be my go-to. It was on sale.
Now, I don't care. My wife makes her own money. She can, like, I don't know if this is weird or not, but we don't really even have a joint checking account. We kind of have our own money. We have our own responsibilities, and we take care of them. One day it'll probably change, and we probably will have our joint checking account. But it is what it is. I never question what she spends, nor should I. It's her own money. She never questions what I spend, and she should, because I make stupid purchases. If anyone should be questioning, it's her toward me. But I'm usually pretty honest. What's really funny here is the number 2 thing behind clothing and accessories is food. The money you spend on food is the second. No, it's not even the money. It's just food is the most lied about category. So they lie to each other on what they eat, like for lunch. What'd you have? Oh, I just had a salad. Meanwhile, they're shoving burgers down their throats.
Right, or they shove the Snickers bar wrapper as far down in the trash as they can, so the other person doesn't see it.
Now, this is a very interesting second part of this survey. They asked, okay, we found out that you're lying. Why are you lying? They said the top reason for lying to their significant other is that they don't need to know.
Wow, that sounds shady.
That's a weird thing to say. Well, they don't need to know. They don't need to know that you spent $200 on a dress that you said was $25, or they don't need to know that you've been eating Chick-fil-A every day instead of a salad.
See, I would think the excuse would be more along the lines of like, I'm embarrassed. I want them to know how unhealthy I'm eating, or something like that.
100%. That should be the answer. I'm a little embarrassed about what I'm spending or what I'm eating.
Right.
Instead, it's they don't need to know. It's not their worry. It's
that
their
doesn't
worry.
sound good.
It'll be their worry when you're broke or you keel over.
Right, and they can't pay the mortgage.
Oh my god! I spent so much money on dresses. I don't even go out. I have a closet full of dresses I'll never wear. Time to stump Steph. In a recent survey, 43% of people said they believe they would be healthier if they ate this instead of what they're eating now. 43% said they would be healthier if they ate this instead of what they're eating now. The answer is closer than you may think. I'm going to put that down.
So it's a specific food item?
It's a type of food.
More meat?
Nope. Like I said, the answer is very close to you.
More protein?
No.
Water. Drinking more water.
No.
It's close to me. Dogs?
Close.
Lean meat?
No. You were on the right track with dogs.
What? Cats?
No. Stay with dogs. Not dogs. They're not telling you to eat dogs.
Okay, good. Dog food. Ew, no way.
43% of people
way.
said they would believe they would be healthier if they ate dog food instead of what they're eating right now.
Really?
I mean, dog food's pretty like basic, and it's got nutrients, and there's not a lot of terrible things in there. I kind of understand the idea behind it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna do it.
No, honestly, I think I'd rather just gain weight and eat what I want.
Dog food is still meat like you and I eat. It's just maybe not the best type of meat.
Nah. And plus, I feel bad for the dogs that they have to eat the same stuff all the time. I'd rather be able to eat what I want and mix it up.
They don't care. This one's
They
tough.
do.
This one's a tough one. 24% of kids surveyed said that if they were president of the United States, they would do this every day. This is hilarious. Kids. 24% of kids surveyed said that if they were the president of the United States, they would do this every day. What is it? You got to think like a kid.
Oh my gosh. Something with food?
Yes.
Oh. Is it like a specific kind of food? They would eat pizza every day.
Oh, you're so close. The way you worded that, you were so close, but that's not right.
They would eat mac and cheese every day.
No.
What else do kids love? Tacos? Eat
No.
tacos every day?
No.
But I'm on the right track. It's just a different food.
Yep, you were just right there. I'm so this is so shocking. You're this close already.
Wow.
Because I probably would.
Thank you for being surprised.
Yeah, there's no way I would have been at this point. I don't think.
Eating. What else do kids like to eat? Chicken nuggets.
Mm-mm.
Mac and cheese, pizza. Dessert, ice cream. Eating ice cream every day.
Like kids, you don't have to be president. You just have to be an adult. So as soon as you're an adult and you can afford your own ice cream, guess what? For kids listening, you can eat ice cream every single day. You don't have to be president. This is not something the president only can do.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Right. They don't understand
Right.
that all they really have to do is become an adult.
Trump doesn't go into interviews. They're like, Mr. President, what's your favorite part about being president? I can eat ice cream every day. And I'll tell you what, it's the most beautiful, amazing, tremendous ice cream. We're really doing some amazing things here.
That's great.
Yeah, so kids, great news. You do not have to be president to eat ice cream every day. Okay, so you're about to leave for the beach. I want you to have the best time, but
Thank you.
I will be stealing you away for a couple of episodes this coming week. Well, I'm trying to get some fill-ins. Some people have fallen through, so we're going to see what we can do, see what happens on tomorrow's show. But yeah, Steph will be checking in from the beach at some point this week. But other than that, don't let me bother you. Have a great time with your family.
Thank you. And thank you for not saying anything about sharks like you normally do and scaring me. I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, what's there to be said? They're everywhere. All right, guys, we'll see you later.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.